Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making a minced beef curry. So for this you're going to need some minced beef, some tomatoes, a chilli, some garlic, ginger, curry powder, an onion, some turmeric and some cumin. We're going to also have some fresh cilantro or coriander, depending where you are in the world, and we're going to have a bit of splash of double cream. So first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to grate garlic and grate some ginger. So I've got 6 cloves of garlic and 2 decent sized pieces of ginger. And what I'm going to do with this recipe is I'm making sure that I've got all the ingredients ready before I start cooking it, because this is a recipe where you can't sort of turn your back on it in the early stages. You've got to keep on it. So to the ginger and garlic, I'm adding in 1 dessert spoon of cumin and 1 dessert spoon of turmeric, and then I'm going to add in 2 dessert spoons of curry powder. I've just got the mild curry powder. It's up to you what you want to use. If you've got a favoured curry powder, use that. It's all about flavours that you prefer. So I've got them there. While I'm getting that ready, I just want to say thanks very much for all the comments. I hope you are still enjoying the videos. These dishes are to be as simple as possible and as delicious as possible without using too many extreme techniques or ingredients that we don't have, unless you go out and specifically buy them. So all I've done there is I've just thinly sliced the onion, and I've got these little cherry tomatoes, so I'm just cutting them in half. If you've got bigger ones, I'd cut them into quarters, just because you want them to break down. And on the chilli, I'm just going to be thinly slicing this, again just to add in a little bit extra heat and a different dimension to the dish, just to lift it up a little bit. So I'm thinly slicing that. If you are new to the channel and you do like what you see, and you've went back and watched a few others, think about hitting the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Like the video, put a comment down as well to say if you're going to try it or not. The comments that we're getting are great. I try and make sure that I read every single one of them. So this is the ginger and garlic and the spice mixture going into some hot oil. You can see it's bubbling away straight away. You want it into a medium heat, and you want to just give that a good old mix. And you'll see it coming together pretty quick. So you don't want to leave this too long. And if it gets a bit too dry, add in a little bit more oil. Or even better, if you've got ghee, by all means use ghee. But again, that's something that not everybody will have in their larder or pantry. So as you can see there, it's just forming your paste. So you just want to keep going with that and toast it off. Just keep moving it around. So after a few minutes, you want to add in your onion. And what we're going to do is we want to keep this at a medium heat on the stove. And you want to just make sure that you've got, you cover the onions. And you're going to sweat them off a little bit. By sweating them off, they'll release a little bit more moisture. You can see there the pan is getting a little bit dry. But you just want to keep an eye on them, keep mixing them. And I do add in a little bit more oil just to keep that frying going. It's easy to add more than to try and take some away. So after a little while, you can see that, and this was only literally minutes, they've become soft. And into that, I'm going to add in the beef. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown this off. Give it a good old mix. And you want to brown this off. Now, I'm using lean beef. So you can see there, it's coming through now. It's still a little bit sticky where it's the water and any residue fats come from the mince. So you want to keep that cooking through until it dries up a little bit, which may seem a little bit silly compared to what we're going to do next. But at this stage, once it's getting to that, I add a bit of salt just to draw out any extra moisture. And I'm going to add in a little bit of pepper as well, just as another flavour profile. Once you've got it to the consistency you want, and you can see there, it's drying out, we're going to add in the tomatoes. Now, the point of tomatoes is they're going to release all the moisture into the dish. So you want to mix them in, and then you want to sort of cover your pan so that the moisture stays inside it. Now, you want to cook these tomatoes down until they are soft. And you can see there, I'm adding the chilli into this now as well. And I've kept the seeds in. Chilli is optional, completely up to you. Again, you can make this as mild or as spicy as you want it. So you can see there, I'm just giving it a good old mix around. And you want to cook this until the tomatoes are soft. So after a little while, these ones, I'm just breaking them up just to help them with the cooking process. Now at this stage, if it's a bit too dry and the tomatoes aren't releasing the moisture that you want them to, add a little bit of water. There's no harm in, you're not going to remove any flavour in. All you're going to do is just loosen everything up a little bit. So I add in just a splash of water. You're not going to drown it, but you can see there I'm just a little bit of water, just again to help the cooking process. I actually go around and I start breaking up the tomatoes as well with the wooden spoon, just to sort of help that process come along and just speed it up a little bit. So after a few minutes, you can see there the difference in the liquid there, so it started to do it. I've added in some chopped coriander, fresh coriander or cilantro, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm going to incorporate that, and we're almost done. The final little flourish that I add is I add a little drop of heavy cream or double cream here in the UK. So add that in, give it a good old mix, and then all you're doing is you're getting ready to plate up. So you see there, that's probably 3 dessert spoons of double cream, and I'm just going to mix all that up, make sure it's incorporated perfectly with it all, and then it is ready to plate up. And nice and simply, I just got some basmati rice and I'm going to plate this up. Guys, I hope you are looking after yourselves out there. This meal was pretty quick, came together in half an hour. Ingredients weren't mega expensive, but it is an absolutely beautiful dish. Like I said, I hope you're looking after yourselves out there. From my family to yours, thanks for watching. Till the next time, Single Dad signing off.